Mary Hamilton, co-CEO at Mad Data IO. Wanted to give you a conversation that I had to provoke some thought from you guys, especially in light of the recent Colonial Pipeline hack. About 2 weeks ago, I was having a conversation, and this whole point of this conversation is to reveal to you that you need to really question the people that are taking care of your system and the way that they're thinking. Because I was speaking to some other individuals in the IT world that do the same thing that I do in a different part of the country. I've talked to a few different guys like this, and I'm sitting there having a conversation. We were looking over some security stuff, so we started having this conversation, and I was asking, I was like, well, what's preventing you from doing this level of security? And they were like, it's not needed. They're like, we take care of, financial institutions, and we only need to secure, let's say 30% of their business, not the other 70%. I only need to protect heavily the leadership and the executives in the company. I don't need to protect the teller that's sitting there. And I said, really? I was like, you think that you only need to protect a portion? And he was like, yeah. I was like, last time I checked, when you protect a company, you protect the entire company, not just a portion of it. And parse, it's kind of like having kids and say, okay, I'm only going to feed the kids that I like, and then I'm not going to give the kids that I don't like, the rest of the food or feed them as well. That's just where my mind goes. So I've had this conversation a lot with different people. So for you as owners and executives and leaders, the conversations that you need to have, this is the state of the industry that we're dealing with. And let me tell you, then they had the gall to sit there, and I was like, well, if I'm able to do it, and I'm in really like the armpit of Virginia, and I'm able to deliver this level of security to all of my clients, not just important ones that I like, then what's preventing you? So then they had the snarky ability to go, well, maybe I should sit on a sales appointment with you. I said, well, maybe you should, and you can learn something. So that is the mindset that we deal with in this industry is, things have changed. Only securing an executive team and not the rest of the company that honestly is more vulnerable, that just doesn't even make sense. So challenge the system, challenge the way they're doing IT, and be like, how are you actually securing my company? Are you putting in just one measure, or do you have multiple layers? Prove it, show it to me. How is this working? That's for you guys in the state of this industry, and especially with this being the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Colonial Pipeline hack, that there's no room for that type of neglect and that type of mindset in our businesses any longer.